Cleaning Nation, welcome back to another super fantastic episode of the Grow My Cleaning Company podcast. I am so excited to hang out with you today. As we go, before we get started, if you are serious, committed, and really want to take your cleaning company to the next level, all of the resources you need are growmycleaningcompany.com, including a video I just made just for you, the 5 shifts you and your cleaning company need to make to take it to the next level, get it under control, and make it serve you as opposed to you serving it. It is all at growmycleaningcompany.com. Check it out right now. If you don't, you will be missing out. Today, we are chatting with Ebony Murphy from Heaven Sent Cleaning Services. Heaven Sent and Ebony have been serving the Eastern North Carolina area for 6 years now with residential and commercial cleaning services. Ebony, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Glad to have you. How did you become a part of, or discover and become a part of Cleaning Nation?
Oh, well, I was on Facebook looking for different groups that, were pertaining to cleaning services. And I just happened to come across Grow My Cleaning Company. And when I was at it, like the wealth of information that's up there from other cleaning business owners, I just think is very valuable. And I really appreciate what you're doing.
You hear that, Cleaning Nation? You guys and gals are so amazing. You drew Ebony into Cleaning Nation. So glad to have you, sister. What's going on in your world today that maybe we can give you some help with?
Well, the thing that I'm dealing with now is how to keep customers satisfied and happy after you drop the ball more than one time.
And I like that you said the more than one time. It shows that you're honest, because none of us want to admit we screwed up, and certainly not that we screwed up twice. But if we were honest, we'd probably all admit we have at least once in the past.
Yeah.
And most people, if you've got a good relationship, will tolerate a screw up, but less tolerant of number 2 and number 3. So that's a really relevant question. I'm excited to jump in. So let's do that. All right. First and foremost, look at it as an opportunity. Believe it or not, when handled properly, these guys, gals, companies, people, folks, customers are your biggest opportunity for people that absolutely are in love with you and will sing your praises and bring you referrals. I know it sounds weird, especially at the front end when they call you and they're angry again, but truly, probably not so much in the coaching because I don't really have upset customers, but when I had a car dealership, you want to have pissed off customers, have a car dealership, man. That thing breaks down 7 months after they bought it and they think you're a scam artist. So, So first and foremost, go into it as an opportunity, not to fix it, but to blow these people's minds and make them be heaven sent. Your biggest fans, your loudest supporters, have that be the goal, just not to piss them off or make them be quiet. Is that a fair foundation?
Yes, that sounds great.
Okay. So if we go into it like that, the second step, which you may or may not have done, but we can, if we didn't get it this time, we'll get it next time, is to set expectations properly. I like when I give estimates, handing out what is included and what's not included, right? If, I've got a lot of, we don't really get any complaints with our coaching services, but if you had the expectation I was going to fly out to where you live, move in, get you 100 new customers in the next 6 months, hire all the staff, build all the systems and leave, and then I just did my regular coaching program, you might be pissed. Even though a lot of people got a lot of value and love it, you might be furious because you had bad expectations or I didn't do it, not your fault, my fault. You're the customer. I didn't do a good job setting expectations. So I'm a big fan of here's what's included and here's what's not included, or more importantly, here's what you can get if you step up to the next package, right? So if we're not clear about what we do and then they thought we were going to do it and we didn't think we were going to do it, but we weren't clear, it's generally on us. I'm guessing this isn't the case here. This wasn't a missed expectation. It was just screwed up. Well,
it was just a screw up, on both ends, the customer and my employees. They know what they're supposed to go in and do. It's just, just human error. They just go, I guess, everybody has a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess the employees just go in there but I have to be honest, some of the customers that we have, they can be a little picky.
Sure. Which is fine if they want to pay for the picky service. So, just make sure that they've got the option of, if you pay this amount, you can, I don't want to say be picky, but you get this level of service. If you pay that amount, you get that level of service. So there's no such thing as picky or not picky. There's just, this is what you bought, right? I could be picky, but if I buy a Honda, I'm not getting a Mercedes. That's just how it is.
Exactly.
And that's okay with me because Honda's done a pretty good job of communicating what they offer, and Mercedes done a good job communicating what they offer. The other expectation you want to set is the fact that you're going to screw up. I did this in construction a lot because when we made a mistake, oftentimes it had zeros on top of it, right? Like we were screwing up another subcontractor who would screw up this, and there was liquidated damages of $1,000 a day, and blah 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 blah. So the other way I set expectations, I would tell people, listen, I am going to make a guarantee to you right now. Most people guarantee our service. I guarantee my service. I guarantee if you stick with us long enough, we're going to screw up. Absolutely guaranteed. It's going to happen. Mm-hmm. The good news is if we were perfect and never made a mistake, you probably couldn't afford us. So there's the good news. The flip side to it is I'm always going to make it right. I will never screw you. Will I screw up and do something dumb or have an employee do something? Absolutely. We do it all the time. I wish I could tell you we were perfect, but we are far from. That said, you'll never walk away going, Mike lied to me, Mike cheated me, Mike screwed me. You might say, boy, Mike's a knucklehead, and you'd probably be right. But you'll also say, he took good care. He fixed it. He made it right. Dude stood behind his word. He's trustworthy. So that's kind of the expectation, the ground rules I set before I take on a customer. So if you set that, when it screws up, you go, hey, remember that screw up I guaranteed you? I'm a man of my word. I'm a woman of my word. Here it is, just as promised. Now, let's get that thing fixed up. So do you see how that, if the expectation is you're going to do everything perfect every time, especially for, on the residential side, like $212 a month, they expect, their house to be sparkling every time. That's insane. So just tell them you're going to screw up, right? And if you screw it up, you're going to fix it. All right. That said, when it goes wrong, which is where you're at, or actually you're at step 3, which is when it goes wrong again, be honest. Always be honest and take responsibility. So nobody likes, our people didn't do a good job, but you didn't do what you were supposed to do. You didn't, you said you were going to pick this up or move those papers or do this thing, and you didn't. So and then it just gets defensive, and you will never win that battle, even if you're right. That's the frustrating thing. Even if you're right, they're never going to go, well, thank you for sorting me out and settling my hash. I was really confused, and I'm really a miscreant and a terrible human being, and I didn't realize it until you explained it to me, Ebony. Thank you. You can argue with 100 customers, and that will happen 0% of the time. Not 5, not 2. That will be 0% of the time. So since they're going to assume that they're right anyway, just figure out a way to allow them to be right and be honest. So be honest, take responsibility, and let them win, quote unquote, right? So if you argue, you're always going to lose. If you agree with them, eventually they'll stop fighting with you. So are you comfortable sharing what the mistake was so I can kind of just role play out what that would sound like?
Sure. Well, it's like we had a customer, and her house is very clean anyway. But the first time that we went, it's more like I think she has her picks, like her favorite, and when I don't have the favorite there, it's like she finds something to complain about the next person that I send. So yeah, a couple of things were missed, and it was like the third time. And
so what was missed? Just so I can kind of role play out what happened.
Well, she said that she went behind, like in her bathroom floor. She checked behind the door, and it wasn't swept or mopped good behind the door. Her floors didn't look clean. She felt like they did a rush job. And this is like her third complaint. So
if it's the third complaint, is it you guys? Are you screwing up, or is this customer just too picky? Because don't tell them you can fix it if you can't fix it, right? Like if
I really think, it's small stuff that this is the biggest that she ever complained about, like her floors not being clean. But before that, it was like little stuff like, okay, they didn't. I'll say they didn't clean my front glass on my front porch.
Right, but the question I'm asking is, can you please her?
I believe I can, but it's just like when we go in there, it's like a headache because we're trying to make sure everything is spick and span. But it's like to us, the house is like already a spick and span condition. So what more do you want us to do?
So perfect. That is a set expectations problem, right? If you think it's clean and she doesn't think it's clean, you're not willing or able to do the level that she wants. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Like just the fact that I'm not willing to fly out and get you customers, there's nothing wrong with that, as long as I don't tell you I can do that, right? But if you complain, hey, Mike, I thought you were going to come out here, and then I don't, that's a problem. But if I just tell you, hey, Ebony, if you want me to help you, this is what it looks like. And you might go, I don't want that. I want someone to come move in with me and do it for me. I go, okay, well, we're not a fit. And we just part friends. It's no big deal. Only time I'm screwed you if I go, absolutely, I'll be out there tomorrow. And then I don't come out and I go, well, that's ridiculous for you to ask me to come out there and fly out. Well, of course it is, but I agreed. Now it's not ridiculous anymore. So if it's the third time and she keeps picking up stuff, that you don't feel like are just small things, you're like, we thought it was good and it's not good, I'd back away. I'd probably start saying, hey, it doesn't sound like we're going to be able to make you happy. Maybe we're not a good fit. And one of two things will happen. One, she'll go beat somebody else up with their problems. Fine. Or two, she'll get a little more reasonable and start saying, okay, maybe I'm being picky and I want to get this I want to get this done. So I would probably start, if it's the third time and it's kind of she's just being picky, you're not clear what she wants and your people aren't able to deliver. Because again, be honest, right? We want to be honest and not make excuses and fix it. If you're like, we don't want to lie to her and go, yeah, I promise this is the last time. And in your mind, you're going, I have no idea if this is the last time. We're going to try our best, but it may not be the last time. Sister, we don't got time for that, right? She's going to be crazy. You don't have any, just moving on, right? So I would be honest. And if you honestly don't believe you can help her, tell her, I honestly don't think I'm the best fit. Let's find you someone else that can come in with a toothbrush and, make this thing perfect. But for whatever we charge, that ain't us, sister. So that be honest part's really important. If you can help her, be honest and fix it. If you can't, be honest and tell her. Don't try and fix it. Last thing is make them better than whole, right? So if you were going to keep her, and this was something you knew you could fix, I wouldn't just go in and go, fine, we'll fix your floors and we won't charge her for the last one or something like that. I would go in and be like, let us fix your floors, and actually we're going to do no charge. We're going to come in and get your carpets cleaned, right? Make them better than whole. So don't just get them back to zero, right? You're supposed to do a good job, but you've inconvenienced them, made their life a little bit of pain in the neck, and they had to deal with it, right? So you want to acknowledge that you value their efforts and you do something extra, whether it's a fridge cleaning or just something to show them above and beyond, just to show them that you really care. You're not just giving them lip service. You're actually going to do something. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. So
I actually offered that to her. I was like, we can come back when we come back the next time, I'll offer you a discount, but she refused. So
not a discount's one thing, but I'd rather see you do upgraded service, right? Doesn't sound like she's complaining about the money. She's saying you didn't do it the way I wanted. I'm not happy with the service. So you want to upgrade the service. And again, this is all predicated on the fact that you think that she's your ideal customer. If she wants a service that you can't offer, right? She wants you to fly out there and coach her and get customers for it, and that's not what you do. Just tell her that's not what we do, right? She's not gonna be mad at you. She's just gonna go, okay, well, gosh, thanks for being honest. So just to kind of go over that, the whole step, so you've got it. We'll kind of sum it up for you in Cleaning Nation. One, look at it as an opportunity, and the way we're gonna do that is we're gonna make them better than whole and get it so they're like, wow, I really love this company. They the best stories are where something goes wrong and then you don't just fix it, you do it even better. And you'll kind of hear that in the news. There's good PR about something that went wrong and the company went above and beyond and did something sweet, and then now it's a news story. You want to make them have their own little news story so they can share with their friends. It's one thing if they go, you got to talk to Ebony, she's the best. Okay, sure. It's another thing if you give them a story. You know what? Ebony came in and they did a really sloppy job, and I was really frustrated, and the next time she didn't even tell me. She just had someone come in and detail my car when they cleaned, and now my car and my house was clean. It was the sweetest thing ever, and I just made that up. But you see how you want to give them a story to make them better than whole, so they can, instead of go around telling the world how bad you suck, and she fixed it, but it was a huge pain in the neck. That's not the story we want to give her. We want to give her the story of, oh my gosh, she went so far above and beyond. We love her. So look at it as an opportunity. Set expectations properly, and it sounds like that's not what happened here. She's expecting one level of clean and you doing something, and you're expecting to provide another. We got to get that solved. If your expectations don't get fixed, you're just going to continue annoying each other. That doesn't work. Third, be honest, right? If you can't do it, tell them I can't do it. And if you can, and you're going to fix it, fix it. Or if you need more money, I can't do it. I'm sorry, I've screwed up. A lot of people get afraid to raise prices when there's a complaint. That's a perfect time to raise prices. You go, I can't do what you want me to do for the money that we're doing, and that's my fault. But for me to do it right, this is what it's going to cost. And if that makes me not the fit, then we'll have you get someone else. And if you'd be happy to pay a fair price, you just want me to do my damn job, let's get the fair price, and I promise I'll do my job. But then again, you got to make sure you do it, and then make them better than whole. So that's really kind of overview I would use to do that. Any questions, comments, or thoughts before we hit the lightning round?
No, I think that was excellent advice, and I would definitely be using it.
Yeah, let us know in the Facebook group how it goes and how they respond, and if you keep them as a client, if you're able to keep them happy. So speaking of the Facebook group and Cleaning Nation, we are heading into the lightning round, which is sponsored by growmycleaningcompany.com. That is where we have all of the podcasts, the blogs, the videos, the nuggets, the information, anything we've made that we make available to help you grow your cleaning company, to create systems to attract customers, employees, foundational things, anything to grow your cleaning company, save yourself time, make your life easier in regards to growing your cleaning company. It's all at growmycleaningcompany.com. Check it out there now. All right, before we end, we're going to hit the lightning round. I'm going to give you 3 quick questions. Ebony, you are going to give me 3 amazing answers. Question number 1, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received, either personally or professionally?
Professionally, I would say take care of your employees and they will take care of your business.
Wise words, my friend. All right, second question. What's the biggest mistake you've made in the cleaning business so we can all learn from one another?
The biggest mistake I made was when I first started out, I told a customer that her house was the worst house I ever cleaned.
Oh.
I didn't know any better. I was so embarrassed, like, after I said that, like, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. She kind of had me heated, we got into a big argument, and I just, like, splattered that out at her, and I just wish I never would have said that. It was so unprofessional.
Well, you can't go back in time, but the fact that you feel bad and wish you could make it right is a big deal. So and we will definitely, if you were tempted to say that to one of your clients, learn from Ebony. Not the best thing to say. Nothing you're going to feel good about the next day. All right. Last question. What's your favorite book so we can all kind of share resources with each other? Best book you've read in business or in personal, just the best book you've read so far.
I really like the Success Principles.
Okay.
And the Law of Attraction. I think that they're really good for business.
Kind of cheated with 2, but they're both good, so we're going to let it slide. Just this time, never again. Okay. All right, Ebony, thank you for joining us. Thank you for your perspective, your wisdom, your passion. I appreciate you. I know Cleaning Nation appreciates you. Cleaning Nation, if you want to check out Ebony's show notes page and the special video I made just for you, go to growmycleaningcompany.com. Check it out now. I will see you there.
Congratulations! You are now 16% smarter. Still can't get enough cleaning goodness? Go to www.growmycleaningcompany.com for more of the good stuff. Ever want to be rich and famous? Owners of cleaning companies, as well as industry experts, can apply to be featured on the show by emailing our producer Natalie at support@growmycleaningcompany.com. Until then, don't miss out on all the latest cleaning industry lovin' at www.growmycleaningcompany.com. Check it out now.